Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy and this is Darcy's Mixedmedia and her squeaky chair. I hope everyone's doing well today. I am doing a hop, my very first hop, and a collaboration with PM Artist Studio. It's hashtag Makers Creative Collab. And this month for February, our theme is Go for the Gold. So I have something very special I'm going to be making. My grandmother is turning 100 this month. And I thought, if that's not going for the gold, what is? So I'm going to be making her card and doing this collaboration in conjunction with one another. And the reason I have all these papers out is because I'm going to do a weaving background like Gail Augustinelli did in her Scrappy Saturday last Saturday. So she helped to inspire me to figure out my background because I was really struggling with perfection there and I wanted the perfect background. And then the weaving, and I was like, oh my goodness, yes, because her life, my grandmother's life, is woven throughout ours, and our lives are woven throughout hers. So there's a lot of symbolism with the weaving. So the background on the card is going to be the weaving. So I have way more papers here than I'm going to need, although I am making an extra big card. Now, I need to take into account that my grandmother is colorblind. Doesn't mean she doesn't see any colors. She can't see red, and I think one of my aunts says she maybe can't see green real great, but she can see lavender, turquoise, pink, and yellow. She can definitely see those colors, so you'll see a lot of those in here. Now, I know strawberries are red. These are a little more pink, but the strawberries are important. Sorry, I can get this out. My mom had strawberries in her kitchen. And so when I see strawberries, it makes me think of my mom. And that is the one daughter of my grandmother who passed before her. So the strawberries represent my mom. Okay, I'm okay now. And then I have music in here because my grandmother was a singer. She and my grandfather were missionaries up in Maine, and they would start Sunday schools. My grandfather would preach at churches. Grandmother would sing in the services. They did a lot of things in the many years that they lived. Grandfather passed away in 2006, which is easy to remember because it was the same year my son was diagnosed with diabetes. Let's see, what else do we have in here? I know she likes, blue. My aunt didn't mention blue, but my grandmother likes to wear navy blue a lot, so I wanted to make sure I had that in there. And then we've got the pink, this bright pink, and this lighter pink. And it's going to be like a patchwork quilt. And that's a little lavendery pink. I didn't have anything lavender in my stash, but that's alright. I've got some darker purples. I've got some jelly plate prints that are actual jelly plate prints, and I've got some jelly plate prints that were printed. I've got some dyed paper, and I've got some scrapbook paper. There's another print. And I'm just going to cut these. I think Gail said it was about a 1/2 inch is what her strips were. So here I am putting on the strips to do the weaving. If you want to see this in a slower motion, you can go check out Gail Augustinelli and her Scrappy Saturday on March 12th is when she did this. And so she'll give you a more detailed version of how to do this. So while this is going on, I thought I would just let you know that this is a hop. And there are other creators that are also in this hop. And they will be listed in my description box below. And you should be able to also click on the next video at the end of this one. And I hope you will go and check out all the different creators that are doing this Makers Creative Collab. So yeah, just wanted to make sure you guys knew that. So here you can see I'm just weaving the strips in. And I'm just, I don't know, just doing the best I can to get them all weaved in there. The first part was fairly simple. It got a little bit more difficult as time went on. About halfway through, it started to, I don't know if I had my strips too close together in the first place, if you need to leave a little space or what. But yeah, it was an interesting process. I've never done the weaving before, so I like how it came out. So here it is, all put together and trimmed down. And I'm trying to remember what I was doing at this point. Oh, I went ahead and added some gold elements on the edge. That's what I did. So I have a Tim Holtz Distress, oh, what is it called? I know what it's called. It's embossing pen. That's what it is. So I'm just making some little element. There's still a border. I'm just making a border. And previous to this, I had gone ahead and backed it with some cardstock, which had some jelly plate print on the other side, and hinged it, and it opens in the middle, so it has a gate type opening. So here I'm just embossing around the edges, and I'll show you a little bit of that and then move on to the next part. So yeah, it's kind of fun to see when the yep, see, there it goes. Now it's gold. That's the fun part. I like watching it turn gold. And then I end up doing it on the top and the bottom as well. So now you hopefully can see around the edges with the gold embossing, and I made a gold heart in the middle and put on there to a woman with a heart of gold. I attached it with a little piece of Velcro, and then as our lives are woven into yours, so your life has been woven into ours. And the words that are on the jelly plate prints on the edges, I used white gel pen, and while it was still a little bit wet, I tried to get some of the gold embossing. So some is white and some is gold, and I kind of like that look. And then, yep, there's the pen right there, the Uniball. I use that. It doesn't stay wet very long, so it doesn't get, you know, really good gold, but it has that hint of gold, which I really like. And the white still shows up on the blue. And then I just use gold pen on the tops and the bottoms, and what all those words are 100 attributes of my grandmother. So thank you for joining us today with this Makers Creative Collab, going for the gold, and I hope you'll watch the next person in the hop. Have a delightful day, everybody.